And Cokie Roberts was no stranger to West Michigan. She was close with President and Mrs. Ford and their family.
13 on your side's Val Lego spoke with Roberts during her most recent visit about both politics and family.
I had the fortunate experience to interview Cokie Roberts several times when she visited Grand Rapids. Her most recent visit was in April 2016 for the First Ladies Luncheon celebrating Betty Ford's birthday. We talked about many things, but also her fondness for Grand Rapids because it reminded her of a time when politicians were more willing to work together for the good of the country.
One of the reasons that I'm so happy to be here because it does remind us of a time when politicians were able to get things done and who really cared about the country in a way that is harder to see on the campaign trail right now.
Her political expertise was unmatched, and she will be missed, especially during this next election coverage. Aside from her love of politics, though, I learned she also had an equal love of family and commitment, and she even shared a little marriage advice for me. She chuckled as she told me to learn to bite my tongue, and that you can tell the success of a marriage by the number of teeth marks on your tongue. Well, I'm still working at it, Cokie. As you told me, I'd probably need to do that. You will be missed.
Oh, I'm biting my tongue right now.
Yeah.
She just was such an inspiration for me. When I started my career in broadcasting, she was one of the women who made me feel like this is something I can do. She was such a trailblazer for all female people in broadcasting.
And an example for all journalists,
yes.
period. It reminds me, her soft-spokenness, kindness, and political expertise. I feel the way I felt when Tim Russert passed.
Yeah.
You know, very similar people, obviously for different outlets, but just one of the all-time greats in our industry.
And it's going to be very odd watching a political election without her analysis and her insight.
I've missed her on This Week. I watch it every single Sunday. Still to come on our newscast. Water levels are on the decline.